Are you ready to concede now? Come on. East is over.
Yep, it's over. This series is over.
There
And I'm
we
sorry,
go.
but I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. I took the Celtics in 7. I thought Gordon Hayward would be available for this series. He wasn't in the first 2 games. And I still believe, were he available, this is going 7. Whoever wins, even when I took the Celtics, Celtics in 7.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, this would be going 7 with Hayward. Let's look what happened. First game, the Heat won by no Gordon Hayward. Heat won by a possession. Second game, Heat won no Gordon Hayward by 2 possessions. Third game, Celtics won by 11 points. Hayward just came back. So from a 1 possession and a 2 possession game, now the Heat, when they give their the Celtics made their full crew, 11-point win. And then last night, 1 possession. As much as it felt like Miami was in control, Tyler Herro was unbelievable, all those things. At the end of the game, and by the way, the Celtics wouldn't go away. It was like, okay, the game's over. Oh, no, the game's not over. Okay, now the game's not over. Oh, they better hit this free throw. And at the end of the game, there was almost 2 seconds left for the Celtics to hit a game-tying 3. Now, they really didn't get a chance to shoot the ball. Credit the Heat. That's a 1-possession game. Mm-hmm. So all I know is when both teams are at full strength, it's 1-1. Celtics win by 11. Heat win by 3. Heat win by a possession. I'm not saying the Celtics, if they would have had Hayward, they would have won the series. But I feel like his injury in the first 2 games robbed us of a classic 7-game series, which I no longer think is going to go the distance.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. It still could go the distance. I just think that Miami is going to win this series. That's why I picked them to win in 7 games. I thought they'd lose last night and then win 2 of the next 3, obviously, and still close out. And I still think it's possible that Boston could push this to a 7th game because they got that kind of talent, and I think these talents are closely aligned with one another. But I'm glad that Tyler Herro has put everybody on notice what this brother is and what he brings to the table. I've told y'all before, Herro and Duncan Robinson, because Duncan is a specialist. Mm-hmm. There are very, very few specialists in the world of professional sports. That's what he is. Duncan Robinson shoots from the parking lot, okay? This brother pulls up from anywhere. And any given moment on any given day, he might score 1 point one day and just drop 8 3-pointers another game. You just don't, he just has that kind of conscience. And he can shoot better than 40% from 3-point range with ease. Tyler Herro is a baller. Duncan Robinson is a specialist in terms of a shooter. Herro can ball. He moves without the basketball. He cuts to the basket. He can finish at the basket. He can pull up mid-range, and he clearly can pull up long range, 5 or 10 shooting from 3-point range, 14 to 21 shooting overall, 37 points, and everything wasn't a jump shot. Let's keep that in mind. So Miami, I'm here to announce to the world, we still assume that the Lakers are going to come out of the West, even though we can't sleep on the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray, don't feel disrespected. We know the Denver Nuggets can ball. We know they have, they can make this a series in the Western Conference. They win Game 4 tonight. We get all of that. But assuming, being presumptive, and our thinking that LeBron James is going to end up in the championship, in the finals, let me put the world on notice. It is not a foregone conclusion that they would beat a Miami Heat squad. It is not a foregone conclusion.
When they
get rolling.
Really?
No.
When these playoffs started, the Miami Heat were definitely a team you could look at and say they might go all the way. And credit to you for picking out Herro before the game last night.
Right.
That's exactly right. One guy's a specialist.
Well, let me say one thing.
Duncan Robinson's a sick shooter.
He's a specialist.
But Tyler Herro is a baller.
Let me say one thing to you, though. This is the thing that kills me. Once again, the Miami Heat played zone most of the game. Yeah. And I mean, Jason Tatum was scoreless in the first half. All 28 of his points came in the second half. They seem to have figured it out to some degree, and obviously they made it a game. But for some reason, the zone has given them problems. They've been turning over the ball entirely too much, and that ended up being the Achilles heel outside of Herro last night. You don't see this in the NBA. You don't see a team playing
daring
zone that long.
They don't want Tatum to beat them. They're daring Kemba, basically. And I just want to get back to Tyler Herro for a second. This dude was doing it every which way. You said bombing threes, but that's not all. That's right. He was Euro stepping into the lane. He was hitting crunch time free throws. He was doing it every which way. And part of the reason I think he was disguised early on in this season, he's a nice shooter, as not really a great player, is because he's so young. He's 20 years old.
Yeah.
He's 20 years old and developing before our eyes. And in these playoffs, we've seen this throughout the league. We saw Jamal Murray take that, not just a jump, a leap from that might's an all-star kind of player to, whoa, what's that? That's a great franchise-level player. Tyler Herro, he's a nice little piece. Wait a minute. That dude might be the best player on the team one day. And by the way, he was last night. This has been an amazing playoff for young players breaking out on a national stage.
Can I say one thing to you? You know what's going to happen. Kind of like inside storyline when we're going to the finals and stuff. We'll always be like, hey, where are we going to be? Where are we going to end up? It's going to be Miami and LA. And we're not going to be in either city.
No, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Make no mistake about that. It's going to hurt my
We
heart.
never expected
I am
it
going
to be really
in
Miami
God
and LA.
has
Miami
a
was
sense of
dark
humor.
horse.
Stephen A. Smith was praying that
Right.
we were going to get one day an LA-Miami championship.
Yeah, we didn't think it'd be
and the
this bad.
basketball god said, okay, here you
And
go.
be clear, I've been praying about this for a decade.
You finally got
Yeah,
it.
remember, I mean, when LeBron arrived in Miami, I was like, oh, can you get him there,
got it.
Kobe? Can you get him there?
Luckily,
Can you get him there?
you got that
And-
big house, so you can watch it on your big TV.
Something like that, something like that. But or I might be in LA at that particular moment in time
Okay.
during the finals. But I know it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
But I've been covering the NBA for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay? And let me tell you something. To sit up there, or actually more closer to 25, and to sit up here right now after
know.
all of these years of traveling, I've been in Utah. Okay, Golden State. I mean, Oakland and the Bay
Milwaukee.
Area is nice, but I'm not a Bay Area
Yeah.
kind of guy, even though I love Oakland
Cleveland.
more than San Francisco. But I got to take Cleveland,
Yeah.
and it's Miami and LA.
You don't
and
think I want to be at the Clevelander with
I
the crowd?
can't.
I want to be
Here's the
there
good
too.
news. Here's the
All
good
right.
news for you about Miami. This team, where in the beginning of the season, you look at Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic and you go, they put, Pat Riley pushed his chips to the middle of the table. He's going for it now, but what's the future?
Yep.
Bam, Tyler Herro. The future is bright in Miami.
No
It's
question.
not only now, it's going forward. They're set up.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.